Can you imagine what would happen if the weakest Viking is the only person who truly understood dragons? And what if one forbidden friendship was powerful enough to change the future of an entire village? Well, that is exactly the story told in How to Train Your Dragon, a movie that was released in 2025. My name is Ning Tirta Widyadarma and my student ID is 251-202-1040. And today I'd like to review this live-action adaptation of the beloved 2010 animated film directed by Dian Duplass. Well, the story still takes place on the island of Berg, where Vikings and dragons have been fighting for generations. Among them is Hiccup, the son of the village chief, Stoic the Vast. Unlike the other Viking, Hiccup is not physically strong, and he has no talent in fighting dragons. Instead, he enjoys inventing gadgets which make his father often feel disappointed. But one day, during a dragon attack, Hiccup managed to shoot down the legendary Night Fury, a rare dragon that no one has ever successfully captured before. Excited to prove himself, he searches for the dragon to kill it. But when he finds it trapped and helpless, he chooses to set it free instead. Later, Hiccup discovers that the dragons cannot fly because it has lost part of its tail. Then he invented or make a mechanical tail fin to help it fly again. He also names the dragon Toothless, and little by little they begin to trust each other. As their friendship grows, Hiccup realizes that dragons are not naturally violent. This new understanding completely changes the way Hiccup faces dragon training. Instead of defeating the dragon with weapons, he learns to calm them by understanding their behavior. And that surprised both his friends and the adults of the village. Well, things become complicated when Astrid, one of Hiccup's friends, discovers about his forbidden friendship with Toothless. Hiccup then explains everything and they accidentally found the dragon's nest and discovered the terrifying Red Death. Not long after that, Stoic returns to Berg after looking the dragon's nest, which was found accidentally by Astrid, Hiccup, and also Toothless. Stoic also found out about Hiccup's forbidden friendship with Toothless. Mad, he captures Toothless and uses him to locate the dragon's nest because he believed that by destroying the dragon nest, it will end the war between the Viking and also the dragons. Feeling that everyone is in danger, Hiccup, Astrid, and their friend fly to the nest on dragons they train with to help save the village. In the final battles, Hiccup and Toothless work together to defeat the Red Death. In the end, Stoic finally accepts Toothless, and peace begins between the Vikings and also the dragons. Now, moving on to my criticism. Overall, I really enjoyed the movie because it successfully brings the beloved animated film into live action with impressive visual effects. The dragons look insanely realistic, the flying scenes are breathtaking, and don't forget the John Powell soundtrack, especially Test Drive, which makes many emotional moments even more powerful. However, I think the biggest weaknesses of this movie is that it stays too faithful to the original animation. Many scenes, dialogues, and also story developments are almost exactly the same, so it leaving very few surprises for audiences who already know the original film like me. Another criticism from many longtime fans is the appearance of some characters, especially Astrid. In the animated movie, Astrid has blonde hair, but in the live-action adaptation, her iconic blonde hair is no longer part of her design. Some viewers, especially me, feel that she doesn't fully capture the image of the animated character. I even barely recognize her in the movie. But even with those weaknesses, I still think How to Train Your Dragon, the 2025 version, is an enjoyable movie that is worth watching, especially for fans of the original film. And I think that's all for my review today. I hope it helps you decide what to watch next. And if you got the chance, don't forget to watch the How to Train Your Dragon, the live action adaptation version. Happy watching and thank you for listening.